Hi guys, sorry I haven't been posting in a while, I've been busy, but I'm here to tell you about baseball drama, because why not? And also, the appearance of everyone in this video has been altered to look different, because I don't want to get sued. So here we go, on with the roleplay. So my friend just bought this tent, and we're just playing inside of it, and then it gets so hot, we're sweating like dogs. So I'm like, I have an idea. What? Let's hide ducks. Yeah, I had those mini resin ducks. Yeah, I got baseball ones to hide around. So, yeah, everyone was playing baseball. Yay! Super hyped. So these are for later. So we get out of the tent, finally cooled off, and we get, y'all pretend that these are smaller. We get these boxes of ducks, super happy. And sorry if my video is a little muffled. So then we go to hide them. So we're hiding them everywhere, literally everywhere. And this little girl is following us bro, what? Put her down. Is following us every step of the way, just grabbing our ducks that we put down. And so obviously at some point me and my friend noticed, and so we got an idea. So we went to go somewhere else and grab a few rocks. Y'all pretend that they're holding rocks. So, we come back, and the girl still thinks we're hiding ducks. And so she puts her ducks down and starts following us again. So I put down a rock, and then she looks up and she's like, huh? Rock? And so we start hiding more rocks and beads. Girl, wake up! Sleeping Beauty. Okay. Have a smirk. Okay. And so she keeps following us, keeps picking up these beads to the point where she gets really mad. And wait, hold on. Is the video still recording? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, my iPad's a little weird. So then she marches over to her literal mom and is like, they are hiding beads instead of ducks. Goes to my best friend's mom. Somehow knows who she is and is like, hold on. Holds her to the side. She's like, they're hiding ducks. Also, by the way, there was a squishy stand. So they were hiding ducks, right? Yeah. And so, okay, hold on. Let me get the confused face. So they started putting out beads and stuff, and I wanted to sell the baseball ducks at the squishy stand. Her mom still had a confused face, but on the inside, she was literally, so mad. What? That's not yours? In her head, she was like that, but then she, marched off and was like, I told your mom. Oh no, so scary. Bro. So then we start so then we realize that she's still following us, so I put a duck down, and then she's like, they're hiding ducks again, and we just grab that one. And so we grab a rock, put it down, and she's like, goes to her literal father and is like, father? They aren't hiding ducks. You're holding one in your hand. Then they hit a rock. Or white beads, I guess. Not bees. Beads. The ones that go on bracelets. So then she comes back to us and is like, start hiding the ducks again. And then she walks off. And then that's where story 1 ends. We're about to do story 2. Okay, y'all, sorry, I stopped recording. That was because it was taking up too much time. So, story number 2 begins with us also in the tent, but we were in a different spot, a much colder spot. So we were happy. We stayed in there for a very long time. And then this little boy walks up with his toys and randomly starts hitting the tent with it. And we're like, what the heck? Yeah. Also, he had like a group of boys. I didn't have the time to do that. So he was like hitting on the tent with it, like over and over again. And we were like, what the heck? And then to the point where we get fed up and we come out. Hey, stop hitting our tent with that. No. And he keeps hitting it. And so we're mad. The mom's watching him. Like, she don't really care. And I was like, oh my god, that mom's not even paying attention. I know, right? It's so annoying. So then we start like chasing the kid around, you know, normal stuff that we would do. Like we start chasing the kid around and around, like chasing him. You know, just giving him a little spook so maybe he'll like stop. So then he goes away for just a minute, and we're like, yay! And then he comes back, and then starts hitting our tent again, and we're like, okay, now you've done it. So we come out. Like, by the way, my friend's fan was up here, and to like blast cold air, and so we were like, hey, stop it. And so we go back in the tent. And then he notices that we're not paying attention, so he grabs the fan, throws it on the floor, and then like the batteries come out. That was my friend's fan, so she was like, what the heck? And then, you know, since it's my bestie, I go out there like, okay, you've done it. And then I'm like, what the heck? This was expensive. And then I start like going on and on about him, and then he goes over to his mom, and the mom's like, Are you being rude? To blank, however age he is, old? And I was like, wait, no, she said fighting. And I was like, no, he was fighting us. Okay, you better be. And then I was like, in my head, I was like, you clearly don't know how to punish your kids. But I didn't actually say that. I said it in my head. I was so mad. And then the game ends. And so, you know, we go to the supermarket. And our mom gets us chips. So we're like, yay, chips. And so, like, we're enjoying our chips, you know, like anyone else would. And then apparently those kids were still at the game. And, like, he didn't have his toys then, but, like, he went over and, like, started acting all nice because my friend's mom was there. So, you know, like, oh, nice, sweet. And then we're like, oh, this is actually kind of nice. And so he goes away. Her mom, my best friend's mom, also goes away. And, oh my gosh, bro. It is crazy. After that, he says, alright, this is a robbery, give me all your chips. And I was like, and we were both like, I'm not kidding, he said this is a robbery, give me all your chips. And I was like, what? Y'all, sorry, we're on a drive and the road's kind of bumpy. So yeah, no, you're not getting our chips. Do it or I'll start shaking your tent. And so, you know, we put ours further in the tent. Y'all pretend that they're in the tent, okay? And so he shakes the tent, and we're like, dude, what the heck? And then, like, there's a hole at the top of the tent at this point, and we're like, okay, we're done. And then I go to get my friend's mom, And then, oh god, I saw her holding in anger. She was like, hey, my daughter bought that with her own money. Go away. So he goes away. Because he was low-key intimidated by her mom. Like, Loki just like runs off to a new dimension. Into the sun. I'm just kidding. Like, he runs off to a new dimension. And so we lived happily ever after. The end. Thank you for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe. Y'all awesome. Goodbye.